Hello Muskegon, I'm Chef Char and I am in kitchen 242. Today I'm making one of my favorites for fall, apple pie. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off with a homemade crust. I'll give you my secrets to this, and along with that we're going to use some fresh apples, and we'll put this all together and it'll make an awesome pie for your family, and you can show it off to your friends. What I like to do when I start my pie crust is I will freeze my butter. That is the secret to a flaky crust. So what I did is before we got started here, I froze 2 sticks of butter. I had cut them up into tablespoon sizes, and we'll use that. Along with that, I'm going to mix in 2 cups of flour, and then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. And so like when I make pot pies, for example, I still use the sugar in here, so it doesn't matter if you're doing a savory pie or a sweet pie. Use the same ratio of sugar and salt. What I'll also add will be a 1/2 cup of buttermilk, and then I add pure vanilla. And so again, like I mentioned, pot pies, if you're gonna make those, skip the vanilla, and you can put in, I'll put in vodka. Like it's something that's not going to give a lot of flavor. So add that. We're going to mix that up, and when we get done, we're going to get a nice little ball of dough like so. This is actually half of it, and that will make a bottom crust and a top crust. So I've already rolled out my bottom crust. I'm going to show you quickly how to roll out a top crust. You just kind of want to flatten it out before you get started. Make sure you have plenty of flour on your surface, and then just go ahead and make a nice round top crust here. And you'll notice, you can see the butter chunks in my crust. That is perfectly fine. You don't want to overmix this crust. If you see the butter chunks, that means you're going to have flakes there later. So I have this all rolled out, and we're going to then place this on top of our pie. And I have prepared, we have like about 5 cups of apples here. I use a mix. So I use Golden Delicious, and I use Honeycrisp and Galas. I like to use the different apples because it gives different flavors. Like the Honeycrisp gives a little tart, and it stays firm after baking. The Golden Delicious is sweet, and it will cook down soft. The Galas are a little bit sweet too, and I don't have to use as much sugar in my filling. And in my filling, I have 1 cup of sugar, along with that, a 1/2 cup of flour. And then I added cinnamon and nutmeg. Sometimes I'll add vanilla, like especially if I'm making a caramel apple pie, I'll add vanilla. So now we're going to just take a look here. We'll just add this on top. What I'll do first is I'll pinch these up so that I can tuck my crust around. Now we're going to place this top crust on here. Now if you're not sure when you roll it out, just take a pie tin and set it on top, you know, to make sure that it will fit on top. I'm going to then tuck these under, and once these feel like they're secure, you'll want to put like some slits in the top. Sometimes I will use a cookie cutter and make a shape on the top, whether it be hearts or, you know, something festive. You know, depending on the holiday. Like in the holidays, like at Thanksgiving, I might do some cutouts of leaves. And you have to have something on the top there to let out any of the steam while that pie is cooking. So there we've got this nice, and we'll put the slits here. And then if you want the brownest, flakiest crust around, you want to put on some egg wash. All I took was some eggs and I added a little bit of water. So maybe 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water. And you want to get this coated real well. And then while you're doing this, have an oven preheated to 375 and we'll pop that in there. It takes about 45 minutes for these to bake all the way through. Okay, I got that egg wash on there. Then I'm going to coat it with some more sugar, sweeten it up just a touch more. This will help the browning as well. Also, it tastes great. And there, you've ever heard that expression, easy as pie? I just put one together in front of you in like, what, 5 minutes? Pretty easy, and it's delicious. 375 degree preheated oven. We got this beautiful pie, 45 minutes. Let's see what we'll get in the end. All right, I've been waiting a long time, this 45 minutes. Let's see what we have. Woohoo, look at there. Just like I told you, a nice brown crust. That's so courtesy of the egg wash and the sugar. We've got bubbling apples in there, and I think we got a good dessert.